A lot of people online talk about relationships in Thailand in extremes. Either every Thai woman is an angel or every foreign man is being scammed. Neither is true. Reality sits somewhere in the uncomfortable middle, and that's usually where the truth lives anyway. Humans love extremes because thinking properly burns calories. Today, I want to talk honestly about the different types of relationships foreign men have with Thai women in Thailand. The good ones, the bad ones, and the ugly ones nobody really wants to admit exist. Because after spending years around Thailand talking to expats, hearing stories, reading emails, and watching relationships succeed and collapse in real time, one thing becomes very clear. Thailand doesn't magically change human nature, it just exposes it a lot faster. And for a lot of men, Thailand becomes less about the country itself and more about what they were missing emotionally before they even got on that plane. That's the uncomfortable part people don't like talking about. Now, before we start, let me make something very clear. This video is not about attacking Thai women, and it's not about attacking foreign men either. There are amazing people in Thailand. There are manipulative people in Thailand. There are loyal people. There are users. There are broken people. And there are genuine relationships along with fake relationships, just like anywhere else in the world. But Thailand creates a very unique environment where money, loneliness, fantasy, culture, and relationships all collide together very quickly. And when that happens, things can either become beautiful or disastrous, sometimes both at the same time. So let's start with the most common one, the fantasy relationship. This usually begins the moment a man lands in Thailand, emotionally exhausted from life back home. Maybe he's divorced, maybe he feels invisible, maybe he's worked non-stop for 20 years, maybe dating in the West left him bitter, or maybe he just feels lonely. Then suddenly, he arrives in Thailand and everything feels different. People smile more, women seem softer, life feels easier, the pressure drops, the weather is warm, food is cheap, nobody cares what car he drives, and nobody asks him what he earns every 5 minutes. And then a woman shows him attention. And for some men, that attention feels life-changing. Not because they're weak, but because a lot of men in the modern world are emotionally starved and don't even realize it. There was actually a survey done by Pew Research showing large numbers of men reporting increased loneliness and emotional isolation over recent years, especially middle-aged men. And honestly, you can see it. You can hear it when men email channels like this. You can see it in the comment sections, and you can see it walking around certain parts of Thailand. Some men aren't chasing women, they're chasing emotional relief, and that's different. And Thailand can feel like emotional morphine for men who've been mentally burned out for years. The danger is, men often mistake emotional relief for love. That's where the fantasy begins. A guy meets a woman after 3 days in Pattaya or Bangkok, and suddenly he thinks, this is the woman I've waited for my whole life. Meanwhile, he doesn't know her properly, doesn't understand the culture, doesn't speak the language, doesn't know her family, doesn't know her history, doesn't know her financial situation, but emotionally, he's already gone. And once emotion takes over, logic usually packs its bags and disappears. You'll see men wiring money after 2 weeks, talking about marriage after 1 month, selling property back home, building houses in villages they've only visited twice. Not because they're stupid, because fantasy is powerful, especially when mixed with loneliness. Now, this is where people do get uncomfortable because Thailand has an entire relationship economy that many people pretend doesn't exist, but it does, and pretending otherwise is pointless. There are relationships in Thailand that are openly transactional. Some men know exactly what the deal is. Companionship in exchange for financial support. No lies, no confusion, no fake fairy tale. Honestly, sometimes those relationships are more honest than modern dating in the West. At least both sides understand the arrangement. But then there's the dangerous middle ground. The relationships where one person believes it's real and the other person sees it mainly as survival, opportunity, or financial security. And that's where things become messy. Because many Thai women come from poorer backgrounds compared to Western standards. Thailand's average monthly wage is still dramatically lower than countries like the UK, Australia, or America. A foreigner earning an average Western salary can appear wealthy even if he's completely average back home. So naturally, money changes relationship dynamics. That's reality. But here's the part people miss. Not every woman asking for support is a scammer. Family responsibility in Thailand is real. Parents often rely on children financially, especially the daughters. Western men sometimes interpret this as manipulation immediately because culturally they don't understand it. Now, sometimes it absolutely is manipulation, but sometimes it's simply cultural obligation and foreigners struggle to tell the difference. That's why some relationships become emotionally confusing because feelings can still exist inside transactional dynamics. That's the part many people online can't process. They want everything black and white, real or fake, love or scam, but human relationships don't work like that. A woman can genuinely care about a man while also valuing the financial stability he provides. Both things can exist together. Humans are complicated creatures. We invented cryptocurrency and reality television. Clearly, rationality isn't dominating our species. Now, let's talk about the relationships that actually work, because they absolutely do exist. I've met plenty of couples in Thailand that are genuinely happy together. Not perfect, not fantasy, just stable, respectful and real. Usually these relationships have certain things in common. The man understands Thailand realistically. He's emotionally stable. He isn't desperate. He isn't trying to buy love. He has boundaries. He respects the culture without worshipping it. And the woman, she's honest, consistent, emotionally mature, not constantly chasing status or money. Most importantly, they actually enjoy each other as people. Now that sounds obvious, but many relationships in Thailand are built almost entirely on escape. The man wants escape from the West. The woman wants escape from financial struggle. That can work temporarily, but eventually reality arrives, and reality always arrives. The strongest couples usually build normal lives, quiet lives, not nightclub relationships, not chaos, not constant drama. You'll often see them living away from tourist areas, running businesses together, raising children, building routines. And here's something interesting. Many successful long-term foreigner-Thai relationships actually become boring, but that's a good thing. Peace is underrated nowadays. Modern people think toxicity equals passion because social media has psychologically damaged everyone. If a relationship isn't emotional warfare every 3 days, people think it lacks excitement. Meanwhile, the happiest couples are usually just eating noodles together somewhere and minding their own effing business. Now this next one destroys a lot of men emotionally. The rescue fantasy. Some foreign men arrive in Thailand wanting to save someone, maybe consciously, maybe subconsciously. They meet a woman with struggles, hard upbringing, financial problems, a bad ex-boyfriend with family issues, and the man feels needed. For some men, being needed feels more powerful than being loved, especially men who lacked emotional purpose back home. So he starts helping. Money, rent, family bills, motorbike payments, hospital costs, school fees. At first, he feels like a hero. Then slowly, the relationship becomes dependency. And dependency is dangerous because eventually resentment enters the picture. Now the man feels financially trapped. The woman feels emotionally pressured. Arguments begin and trust disappears. Sometimes the man realizes he wasn't loved as deeply as he believed. Sometimes the woman realizes the man expected loyalty in exchange for financial support, and now both people feel betrayed. And this happens far more often than people admit, especially among older expats. Loneliness can make intelligent men emotionally reckless. I've seen highly successful businessmen completely lose perspective in Thailand because emotionally they were vulnerable, not weak, vulnerable, huge difference. Now we are going to enter the ugly section. Thailand has a level of secrecy in relationships that shocks many foreigners, not because Thai people are uniquely dishonest, but because the environment allows double lives to exist more easily. Tourism, cash economy, nightlife, social media, language barriers, distance from home, it creates opportunity for deception, and it goes both ways. You have women with multiple sponsors, hidden boyfriends, secret husbands, different stories for different foreigners. But you also have foreign men lying constantly too. Married men pretending they're single, men with girlfriends in multiple cities, men promising marriage they never intend to follow through with, and men emotionally manipulating younger women. The dishonesty is not just one-sided, but what makes Thailand unique is the speed. Things escalate very quickly here, emotionally, financially, sexually, and because many foreigners are operating inside fantasy mode, they ignore obvious red flags. Needs money every week. Oh, just bad luck. Won't video call at home. Oh, she's shy. Has free mobile phones. Oh, modern technology. Humans can rationalize almost anything once emotionally attached. That's why so many men ignore warning signs until the situation completely collapses. Now we're going to get onto one of the biggest reasons relationships fail in Thailand. Not cheating, not money, misunderstanding. Western men often think they understand Thailand because they've lived there just a few years, but understanding surface level Thailand and understanding Thai culture deeply are completely different things. Things like saving face, avoiding confrontation, family hierarchy, indirect communication, social harmony, status and public embarrassment. These things matter far more than many foreigners realise. Western men often want direct communication. Thai culture is often more indirect, so misunderstandings build quietly over time. For example, a Thai woman may say, "Up to you." A Western man hears, "Oh, she doesn't mind." But sometimes what she really means is, "I mind very much, but I don't want open conflict." And that misunderstanding alone has probably caused about 47 million relationship arguments across the whole of Southeast Asia. Then you have family expectations. Many foreigners underestimate how important family approval can be in Thailand. You're not always dating just the woman. Sometimes you're entering an entire support structure. And if a foreign man disrespects the family, the relationship can slowly deteriorate, even if nobody openly argues. Thailand is subtle. A lot of foreigners miss the subtlety. Now, this brings us on to the saddest category of all time, in my opinion, the men who become emotionally dependent on Thailand itself. And you see this a lot after years abroad. The relationship stops being about one woman, it becomes about identity. The man no longer knows who he is outside Thailand. Back home he feels disconnected, in Thailand he feels alive. So even unhealthy relationships continue because emotionally he fears losing the entire lifestyle. This is why some men tolerate obvious manipulation, because leaving the relationship means confronting deeper loneliness underneath everything. And honestly, this subject is a hell of a lot bigger than Thailand. Modern male loneliness is real. Many men feel invisible now. Work, bills, isolation, dating apps, social disconnection. Thailand becomes emotional escape for some men because it offers something many haven't felt in years. Attention, warmth, human connection, purpose, even if imperfect. Thailand is neither paradise nor disaster. It magnifies who people already are. A generous man often becomes more generous. A reckless man becomes more reckless. A lonely man becomes more emotionally vulnerable. A manipulative person becomes more manipulative. Thailand amplifies people. That's the truth. And relationships there can become some of the best experience of someone's life, or some of the most painful, sometimes both. But if there's one thing I've learned from years around this topic, is that the healthiest men in Thailand are usually the ones who stay grounded. They enjoy Thailand without worshipping it. They love people without becoming blinded by fantasy. They help others without trying to rescue everyone. And they understand one very, very important thing. No country can fix emotional problems you carried onto the plane with you. That part has to be faced eventually, no matter where you live. Thailand can offer peace, opportunity, love, a better lifestyle, a fresh start, but it cannot replace self-awareness. And honestly, that's probably the biggest lesson most foreigners eventually learn in Thailand. This has been Thai Talk with Dan. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Take care of yourselves and ciao for now. Bye bye.